Look at that. How nice is that? Oh my God. Oh. That is like the best. That is marvelous. Man, you're going to see how to cook this tocino. If you like pork belly, you're going to love it cooked like this. You're going to stick around and try this. This is unbelievably, fantastic. Oh, Hey everybody, I hope you're having an awesome day. I know I am. I know you're probably getting tired of me saying that, but you guys are awesome, and I'm hoping that you're enjoying the channel. Hopefully you're liking and subscribing to the channel as well. So today we're going to come at you with another recipe. I think it's a really good recipe. We're taking what I would call a traditional dish, and we are transforming it into a low-carb keto dish. So hopefully you'll stick around for it. Hopefully you really like this kind of stuff. So again, like, hopefully you'll smash the button and stick around and subscribe to the channel, right? Anyway, so today we're going to make tocino. Tocino is a sweet cured pork, traditionally used, I would say, maybe in the Philippines, maybe throughout Asia, and it's usually used as a breakfast dish along with other things. It's probably one of my favorite breakfast dishes when I go there to go along with my eggs. I love tocino, so hopefully you like tocino too as well. If you like pork belly, this is just another great way of cooking it and enjoying another version of it from another culture. Hopefully you expand your knowledge and you're trying other things, because this is, I'll tell you, this is if it comes out good, it's the real thing. You're gonna love it. So. Like I do. So we're going to start off here real quick. I'm going to take some Locanto brown monk fruit sweetener, and we're going to put that in here. We're actually going to use about a quarter cup, and we're going to put it into this bowl. We're going to make a sauce, and with this as part of the base, and then we're going to soak the pork in it, right? I love this Locanto, how it really is. It's like moist. It's really like real brown sugar. It really feels like it and everything else. So, so if you're going to do something with brown sugar in it, you got to check out the Locanto. So, again, this is supposed to be kind of a little bit of spicy, so I'm going to use, this is ground Himalayan salt, so it's a little finer than the regular one. And we're actually going to use a tablespoon of this. If you want it a little saltier and you like it a little saltier, you can put a little bit more in than you want. I will tell you, probably a traditional one maybe uses a little bit more than that. Right, and of course all of us that are doing keto, we love salt. Salt is part of our electrolytes that we need. And then we're going to take some, I'm going to use some minced garlic just because they're already minced and it's easy, right? So I'm going to take some minced garlic. I'm going to put in here, it's supposed to be about 3 cloves, so I'm actually going to put in about a tablespoon of minced garlic, right? So you can say, wow, that's a lot of garlic, but you know what? I love garlic. Again, this is going to be just a sauce that we're going to soak it in. It's really going to help give it a rich, good flavor. And the next thing I'm going to use some of Bragg's, the liquid Aminos, and we're going to put that in here. And we're going to use a tablespoon of this. Throw that in there. I got to keep everything in order. You'll see that I kind of line things as I go. It makes it easier for me, right? So next we're going to use some apple cider vinegar. I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of this apple cider vinegar as well. Super easy to do. Like I say, it's just mixing the sauce and together. Then we're going to take a little bit of a lemon juice, and we're going to put in about a quarter to a half of a tablespoon of lemon juice. Just a little bit to give it some of that soury, lemony taste. All right, so that's what I'm using, some organic lemon juice for that. Then we're gonna take some, I'm gonna use 7-Up because that's what I have. You can use Sprite if you want to. Now this is the 0 sugar, so no sugar added. Right, so it's really, really good. I know some people are gonna poo-poo on it and stuff like that, but again, this is just part of the marinade. You're not gonna actually be drinking this stuff. Will a little bit of it soak into it? Probably, but probably a little, so little that it won't make a difference to you one way or another. It won't make a difference to me. Next, I'm going to put in some black pepper. I said I wish I had some black pepper. I thought I did, but so again, I would put this into seasoning to what you would like. So I intend to put a lot of black pepper in there. My wife and I were just talking about we need to get in some white pepper to use it in some of the cooking recipes that we're playing around with. So I'm going to say this is probably, I'm going to say you probably want to put in like a half a tablespoon in here. So it's quite a bit you want to put in here. You want to really give it some good flavor. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to just put in a dash. I'm going to use, just to give it some a little bit of a spicy flavor, a little bit. I'm going to use some cayenne pepper, just a little bit, not a ton of it. Sprinkle it in. And then last but not least, I'm actually going to use some of the Yo Mama's ketchup. It's no sugar added. It's interesting because this is what you get at Grocery Outlet. I found it a while back. And Yo Mama ketchup is handcrafted tomatoes, spices, and monk fruit. A delicious upgrade to American classic. Our recipe is free from added sugars, contains no high fructose corn syrup, and is keto and paleo certified. Enjoy this delicious masterpiece. So if you go to Grocery Outlet, they have a whole mess of Yo Mamas, and a lot of their products are keto friendly. A lot of them are not. So, but they will tell you right on the side here whether they're keto friendly or not. So, but still read the ingredients, because just because it says it is doesn't mean it is. Again, I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons in this. This is a 2 tablespoon thing. And this is really going to be to help it give a more of a, I hate to say it, but more of a red color. I guess you could use a food coloring in it. I'm not so much a big fan of food coloring, so I'm going to leave that out. And that's all there is to it. I'm going to stir this up, mix it up a little bit, because we want to really get all these flavors and everything else here all blended together really nice. Now, if you like pork belly, let me know down in the description what's your favorite way to cook pork belly, and you know, how often do you eat it? We eat it probably a couple times a month. All right, so the next I'm going to take some pork belly. So this is pork belly. It's thinly sliced. You'll see it's thinly sliced, and then we cut it into smaller pieces. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the pork belly into the meat. Into the sauce. Oh boy. We're going to take the meat and put it in the sauce. Not put the meat in the sauce. Not the meat in the meat. So we're going to get this in here. We're going to get it coated pretty well. The best way to get this coated is probably stick your hands in there and kind of swirl everything around, right? Now you can, we're going to, once this is sitting in here, we're going to let this sit and marinate in this for a while. You can let this sit in your refrigerator up to 3 days, but we're going to let it sit overnight, just because we found that letting something like this really sit overnight, it really absorbs the flavors and makes it really taste good. I know it's a long time to wait to make it, but it's easy to make. You can actually, if you wanted to, you could put it in a bag, like a Ziploc bag or something like that, and then seal it. And then you could freeze it, and then you just pull it out when you want to throw it up and feel like cooking it. This is 2 pounds of pork that you want to put in here, roughly 2 pounds of pork. This will make about 6 servings. So it's really up to you, you know, eat it. But that's all there is to this. Now we're going to let this sit, and we're going to come back in 24 hours, and then we're going to cook it out. And we'll show you that process when we get there. All right, so our tocino has been marinating up for a few days. Actually, we let it sit for a couple of days. Keep every couple times during the day, we kind of mix it all up and make sure that things are really gelling together good. It looks good. It looks like it's really absorbed the flavor and everything else with it. So we're going to throw that into the pan now, and we're going to fry it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the camera. I'm going to bring it a little closer, and then I'll let you watch the tocino and not so much me. AKA, so this is pork belly. You could use other types of pork. You can also probably do it with other types of meat as well. We're doing it with a pork belly just because that's probably one of my favorite porks to eat. So that's why we tried to do it with it. So, all right, let me adjust the camera and let's get on with the cooking. All right, so again, this is what the pork looks like. I'm going to dump this juice and all in here just because I want the juices to cook with it and hopefully finish cooking up into it as well. So this pan may not be quite hot enough yet, so we may have to wait another minute or two here, but this is all there really is to it. We don't... So I'm going to let this pan heat up, and we'll come back in a second when this gets cooking a little bit and show you what it looks like and talk a little bit more about it. All right, it's getting warm now. You can see some of the liquid starting to bubble up on it. It smells really, really good. I'll tell you, it smells really, really good. So we're going to cover this up and we're going to let it cook for a little while, and then we're going to keep stirring it up as we go along with it. So let's come back and we'll keep checking on it to see how it's going, and we'll keep giving you updates until it's ready to eat. Alright, so it's getting pretty well cooked down. I think I probably should have maybe not put the juices in with it, but anyway, so we're going to let that cook and steam off a little bit so it gets a little thicker and a little bit better. Now, traditional tocino, they would actually put a red food coloring in it so that the meat would be red. Ours is not going to have that color because we don't want the red food coloring in the food. So it's going to look like a natural color more than the red color in a traditional tocino dish. So, but we're going to let this steam off and thicken up a little bit and let the juices reduce a little bit. So we'll come back in a little bit and we'll show you what it looks like when the juices subside and we're ready to start eating. Alright, so it's all browned up really good now. So it's in the, so you can see what it looks like. Let's pick one. Anyone. So I don't want to go up too high, but that's what it looks like. I'm going to put a couple pieces on the plate here so that we can do a taste test with. Alright, let me remove these off there, put them on the plate. We'll come back in a second and let's do the taste tests. Alright, I'm going to show you what they look like real quick, like up close. Now I got them on a plate just so you can kind of see. Hopefully it's focusing in on them pretty good. So they're really nice. I mean, look at that. How nice is that? So if you love bacon, you're going to love these. So, so again, this is more of a traditional breakfast sausage or pork. I would say more of a breakfast pork that they would eat in the Philippines. It's probably one of my favorite Filipino foods. There's a lot of them, right? So But hot. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. That's like gold. Wow, that is so, so good. Really sweet, tangy. Wow. That has a really, really nice flavor to it. So, really, really nice flavor to it. I'm not sure whether I should take another bite or not. Mmm. Mmm. Wow. That is like so good. That is like so money. On the money, whatever you want to call it. That is really, really good. It's really, really sweet, savory. I don't know. It just all those flavors together. It is a little bit hot still, so I have some more to take out of the pan as well. But man, this is on the money. So just to go through here, I will be putting this recipe on my webpage. So if you want a copy of this recipe, go over to the webpage. It's AlanAwesomeKetoWorld.com and check out that webpage. I would appreciate the traffic. Check out all the recipes that are on there. This one will be on there as well, with like the adobo one and some egg bites and all kinds of other ones. Sorry. So as I'm cooking them, I wish I had done this 2 years ago and started a website and collecting them like that. But anyway, so as I go through them, recreate them and redo them again, this is great. Again, we took a traditional Filipino dish and then we keto-fied it, just so you know. So you're going to see, like on this here, there'd be a ton of writing on there. The substitutes, what could we try? What are the combinations that you want to try? You know, what do you replace? What don't you replace? And then going in and trying to calculate all of the macros and everything else to it. Really, really, really good. Really, really good. So again, this recipe calls for 2 pounds of pork. We didn't use 2 pounds of pork. We used about maybe 1.5, maybe 1.25 pounds of pork belly, and then we cut off some fat off of it, just the outer skin of it a little bit, just because it kind of does get tough a little bit. So we cut that off. So there's probably a pound in here, I'm going to say, that's left after we did all that and cooked it up. So it's probably a half a serving of what's there. But right now, if I cooked it up, again, the original Tocino recipe, right now is about 30 total carbs per serving. And now when you take this one here, and we got it down to 9 total carbs, but most of that is the brown sweetener that we use. So if you do total carbs like I do, you do count the brown sweeteners because it does have carbs. But if you're not counting that and you're doing and discounting that, then it comes out only to 1 net carb. So 1 net carb per serving for 4 ounces of this is unbelievable versus 30 carbs in a traditional manner. So it takes it down by 29 carbs, right? So it's unbelievable how good it tastes and everything else. So hey, hopefully you liked the video. Hopefully you know, you're going to want to stick around for more great recipes like this here as well, so that you can watch this video over here, watch this video over here, watch this video over here, or even click on the round circle right here so that you don't miss other great videos as well. All right, you guys are awesome. I will see you in the next video.